How are we doing, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Getting Jiggly With It. Today we're going to go ahead and open up the newest theme decks for the Pokemon card game, and that is the new Darkness Ablaze, Sirfetch'd, and Darmanitan boxes. So as always, guys, we're going to go ahead and get through the boxes. We will go through all the items that come in the boxes, and we do a little review and overview of how we believe each of these will be played. And then, of course, I do play these online, Twitch Live, and as well, we will put those highlight videos up on YouTube, so make sure you hit the subscribe button and that bell notification. That said, guys, let's go ahead and get into the first box, which is the Galarian Sirfetch'd box. Okay, guys, so we have everything laid out from the box here, just to get it a little bit quicker and easier than you guys having to watch me fumble through the deck. But here we go. So the first thing, of course, is the Galarian Sirfetch'd theme deck. If you want to read about the theme deck, there we go. It's talking about it. And then it does have some little tips and tidbits of how the different moves work, how you want to incorporate some of the items they gave, and so forth. So it does give a nice little how to play for those of you that are new to the TCG. And then the back gives you the full card list. So if you are a collector of the cards, it gives you a nice little checklist to check off all of the cards. So I do see some VMAXs. There's I saw a Hoopa in there somewhere. There you go, guys. Next thing you get are the damage counters. So these are the newer damage counters that they started giving out with Sword and Shield. So they're kind of shiny. They do go by 10, 50s, and then 100. And they are double-sided, which is kind of nice. The new guide. So they do have a quick start rules guide, and it looks like they did update it with the Darkness Ablaze art. But it basically just goes through the steps of how to play the game. So TCG has, or Pokemon Company in general, the Pokémon Company International, so TPCI, has really been pushing, as you've seen through a lot of the videos that I have opened. They've started really pushing more of the gameplay because the hype right now in collecting is really big. We're trying to get some of those people to switch over to the gameplay. So there is your rulebook. You get a nice little packet here which talks about the condition markers as well as the different statuses. So nice little cards that you can use while you're playing the game, just have them over on the side. You do get a prize, or not prize mat, I read prize here, so I was saying prize mat, but you do get a play mat. So this one will be our Galarian Sirfetch'd. These are nice little mats. I have still not tried to do this. I've not taken one to UPS store or mailboxes, etc., whatever you may have in your area, to get it laminated to see how well they hold up. But it does give a nice little play mat. I do like these. I just wish they were a little bit more durable, but of course that's why you buy the premium collections. They give you a nice play mat in those. We do have a coin, so it is our Galarian Sirfetch'd is our coin. So that's a beautiful little coin here. And then let's go ahead and get into the cards. We'll go ahead and sort through them. I'll go ahead and go through them, and then we'll do the cards one at a time as we usually do. So we do have a bunch of energy. So there's probably going to be, oh, I got it mixed in here. So there's probably going to be about 20 energy. Then we do have some trainer, a Hippowdon, energy, another Galarian Sirfetch'd, oh, more energy, a Passimian, Hippopotas, more energia, Sonia. There's our Farfetch'd, which we'll need for the evolution. Pokemon Catcher, a Great Ball, Bird Keeper, which is a new card, so we'll definitely want to look at that, see how that works. Diglett, we got another Fighting Energy, some more Hop, Good Trio, Sudowoodo. Audrey loves Sudowoodo, so we will be playing these decks on Saturday against each other, so I know she will be playing the fighting deck because she loves her Sudowoodo that came in her Cinderace deck. Diglett, Sonia. I think we're going to start getting into duplicates here. Well, Switch is new. That's new. Farfetch'd, Professor's Research is new. Another Hippopotas. Hop. Hippowdon. Switch. Stonejourner. Turbo Patch is another new card, so we'll definitely review that card with you guys. Another Passimian. Energy. Great Ball. Another Diglett. Turbo Patch. Another Energy. Professor's Research. There's that Sudowoodo. Hippopotas. Energy, Bird Keeper, Doug Trio, Hop, Farfetch'd, Energy, Sirfetch'd. All right, guys, so let me organize these a little bit, and then we will go through each of the cards. That way we don't have to waste too much time with duplicates. All right, so we'll start out with our item cards here. So we have 2 Pokemon catchers, which allows you to flip a coin and switch your opponent's Pokemon. Real good because, of course, they're not going to give us a Boss's Orders in our theme decks. They're not going to be that generous. But I am going to make a video where we can upgrade this theme deck with the Trainer's Toolkit, as well as maybe some cards that you pull from your different packs. So definitely be on the lookout for that video. Turbo Patch is a new card. Basically, flip a coin. If heads, you can attach a basic energy from your discard pile to one of your basic Pokemon. This is going to be in every deck, basically because it just gives you an extra energy attachment on a coin flip. So there is no reason for you not to put these in your deck. This, a lot of people believe, was an older card that somehow just made its way into this set because it only mentions GX and does not mention V. And V's are already overpowered. Why would you want to be allowing them to power up that much quicker? But it is what it is, guys. We have it in this set, so we will have to deal with it for a little while before it rotates out. So 2 of those, 2 regular switches. We do have 2 Great Balls. And then Bird Keeper is another one of the new cards. And he does go well with a lot of the new basic bird Pokemon that will basically remove their cost for their attack. So you may see some fun decks built around Bird Keeper, but it allows you to switch your active Pokemon with one of your benched and draw 3 cards. So it is a switch with draw support again. I see no reason why you wouldn't have Bird Keeper in every deck that you build. So you do have 2 of him. You do have 2 Professor's Research from Sword and Shield base set. Sonya is a card that is becoming more popular. I put her in decks where there are evolutions, or really, I mean, you can pull out your basics and your energies. But in my opinion, she is, of course, 10 times better than just a regular Pokemon fan club. So definitely, if you have a deck for draw support, put in some Sonya. So 2 of those, 2 beads, which allow you to attach energy to your bench. And then you have a bunch of hops in here. So 3 hops, 4 hops, so 4 hops in this deck. All right, guys, so that was our supporters and trainers. Let's get into the Pokemon that make up this deck. So the first one is the Hippopotas line. 100 HP, he does tackle 410, double stomp does 70 plus, you flip 2 coins and it does 30 more damage for each heads. So that means you have the possibility of doing 130 damage. That is kind of costly though with 4 energy, and he has a very high retreat cost of 4 as well. So you get 2 Hippopotas, 3 Hippopotas, 3 of the Patatas sauces. Hippowdon, of course, is the evolution, so he does go up to 150, triple smash, 80 times. So you flip 3 coins, you can do 80 per each heads. You know how I feel if you've watched any of my gameplay videos, how much I feel about coin flips, at least in the TCG Online. In real life, I think your odds are a little bit better. Land Crush does go from that 70 plus 30 plus 30 to a possible 130 to 150 for that same 4 energy, same retreat cost. We have 2 of those. Stonejourner is next. He's another beefy boy at 140. Mega Kick 3 energy does 80. Power Press, though, on the other hand, is 120. This Pokemon has at least 1 extra energy attached in addition to the cost. It does 60 more. So if you get 5 energy on your Stonejourner, he's going to do 180 damage. Another beefy boy, he does take a 4 energy retreat. So we have 2 Stonejourners. The Simian is next, a little bit less HP, but his big thing is this double call for family. This is brand new for this set, of course. He did come out in Darkness Ablaze. Another staple, and again, you can put him in any deck. Even though he's fighting, he is colorless to do that ability. So really good draw support, and he's kind of beefy. He can stay out there for a turn or 2 and get your bench set up. So you do get 2 Passimians. Next is Obvity's favorite, or Pseudo Voodoo. She likes playing this card, so he does have 100 hit points. Again, he's a good setup card with that double draw. Allows you to draw 2 cards, get yourself set up. While you're taking damage into that 100, you're building up to be able to do his flail. It does 10 damage for each damage counter on this Pokemon. So that means if you have 9 damage counters, it's going to do 90 damage. So a really good way that while you're building up, you can do that last swing, get a little bit of damage on your opponent, and then carry on with who you've set up. So you do have 2 Pseudo-Ludos. Our next evolution line is Diglett. Diglett is kind of weak at only 50. Scratch only does 20. But you do have 3 Digletts, which of course evolve into your Dugtrio. Only goes up to 90, so again, he's not a very strong Pokemon. Dig does 30 damage. If you flip a coin during your opponent's next turn, prevent all damage from effects done to this Pokemon. So he is a good stall tactic. Again, if you get him out there early enough, you can stall your opponent out on a coin flip. And then Mud Bomb does 70 damage. So you do have 2 Dugtrios. And then the star of the deck is the Galarian Farfetch'd line. So we do have Galarian Farfetch'd here, which is from the Rebel Clash. It was not from base set or from this current set. So it is an older card. He has 80 hit points. He does Rock Smash, which is 10 on a coin flip. Heads does 30 more, so we can do up to 40 damage. And then 2 energy allows you to do 30 damage. So we have 1, 2, 3 of those. And then, of course, the star of the show is our Prism Galarian Sirfetch'd. He goes up to 130 HP, so a beefy boy. 1 energy allows us to do 40. 3 energy does 180, but we can't use it again until it leaves the active spot. So this is something really new. He is new for Darkness Ablaze. Normally it's just you can't do the attack on your next turn, so you're going to need to do a lot of switching, which makes sense why they gave us so much switch capability in this deck, is because you're going to have to switch out to allow him to attack again. So you do have 3, however, of those. So you can just switch into each other if you really wanted to. All right, guys, so that was the first deck. So now we're going to get into the Galarian Darmanitan deck. This, while it shows fire here and it shows ice here, it's a little bit of both. This is a really interesting deck. I'm going to have a lot of fun playing this. Again, if you want to watch the gameplay, you can watch me live on Twitch, or just make sure you hit that subscribe and bell notification so that way you know when I upload those videos to YouTube. Alright guys, so everything else in the deck is pretty much the same, the damage counters and the other items you get, but the mat is a little bit different, so we'll go ahead and take a look at this nice looking play mat that they give us. So we will open that up. So it does have the Water Ice Darmanitan on this side. And then, of course, the poster. It's upside down. But they do give you a poster on the back. I didn't show that last time, but it is a side-by-side poster. I still feel like they could do so much more, making it a seamless artwork. I would maybe hang these up if they did, but with that large, hard line, it just kind of distracts from the beauty of this. But it is real nice. I think it also would have been cool if they would have done like a 2-side, like the fire and the ice. Might have made it look a little bit cooler. And then we do have our Darmanitan coin. So mine unfortunately is scratched up a little bit there, but maybe I'll buy another theme deck to get myself another one that isn't scratched up. But that is a cool looking little coin there. And then let's get into the packs, and we'll do the same as we did with the last one. Just kind of skim through them first so you guys can see the cards, and then we'll do an overview of the actual deck. So we have Energy Agua, Masagua, Masagua, Masagua. Wow, lots of water. So like I mentioned, it does have both the fire and the water type in here. And then we have our Cubchoo, Hop, another energy, Darumaka, Elfer, Energia, Wingle, another energy, more hops, more energy. We do have the new Bear Tick, so we'll go over him. The new Kangaskhan, the Bead, the Spacious Bucket, Great Ball, another water, some more bird keeping action, another water, Wishy Washy. Wonder if we have the school though. Sonya, Darumaka, water, Professor's Research. We have a Suicune, Sonya, Agua, Switch, Hop, Darumaka, Cubchoo. So we do get some turbo patches in this. That's going to be real nice because I would hate to have to play against Audrey on that other deck and not be able to accelerate. Wingull, Kangaskhan, Agua, Bird Keeper, Great Ball, Professor's Research, another Bidet, another Agua, another Capacious Bucket. We got Beer Tick, Helper, some more water. You can't have enough water, can you guys? Wingull, Wishy Washy, some more water. Cubchoo needs to blow his nose. Turbo Patch, Suicune, Switch, Hop, Energy, Darmanitan. All right, guys, so let me go ahead and get these organized for you, and then we will go through the trainer cards that are different. All right, so there's actually only one trainer card that was different. You guys probably knew that before we even went in, and I kind of knew it too. And that is the Capacious. You say potato, I say potato. Bucket, which allows you to search your deck for 2 water energies, reveal them, and put them into your hand. So it does have some energy acceleration in this deck by giving you 2 of those buckets. With that said, let's go ahead and look at our Pokemon that we got in here. So we do have the new Kangaskhan. If you saw our pre-release opening, we did get the promo cards and we did play those in those decks. Of course, that video is up on YouTube. But it has the rally back ability. If any of your Pokemon were knocked out during the attack from the last turn, it does 90 more. So you can do 120 damage for 2 energy. So if you have him in even a normal deck, especially with those twin energies that just got added in, you can get him up and running in 1 turn. So that's really nice ability to have for 120 damage. And then Hammer In does 100 damage for 3 energy, and he's not that expensive to retreat. A simple air balloon gets him off of the active. So you do get 2 Kangaskhan's. Unfortunately, they didn't give us any air balloons in this set, but you know, we can't all win them, right? We can't win them all, as they say. We do have Wingull here, so 70 HP. He is our draw support. He is only a draw 1, unlike the other deck with Sudowoodo, which is a draw 2. And then we have Wave Splash, which does 20 damage, 2 damage counters, yeah. But there's 3 of those. And then the evolved form, Pelipper, gets up to 120 HP, so a little bit beefier. Wing Attack does 50 for 2 energy. And then Power Cyclone for 3 energy does 110. And you move an energy from this Pokemon to your bench. So they always kind of, usually when it gets about a 110, 120, you're always going to have some kind of side effect. In this particular case, you're going to have to move the energy off of this Pokemon, preventing you from attacking again unless you have another water energy in your hand. So you do get 2 of the Pelippers, and these are from Rebel Clash. So the Wishy Washy, I'm wondering why he was in here. I mean, he's only 30 HP. That's really low. He's snipe material for the bench. Deep Sea Swirl. Shuffle your hand into your deck, draw 8 cards. That is why he's in there. He is in there to get you a brand new hand. That is really powerful. And then Wave Splash does 20 for 1 energy as well. So you get 2 of those guys. Suicune is probably one of your primary attackers. So something you'll notice with most theme decks, the Pokemon that is on the box isn't necessarily the best Pokemon. We saw that with the Sword and Shield Rebel Clash theme decks. Zamazenta and Zacian really weren't the key players, and I've seen that in a lot of other ones. That some of the other Pokemon are better. So let's see here. Suicune is 120, Wave Splash 420 for a single energy, or Aurora Loop for 130, and you put 2 energies, attach this Pokemon into your hand. And it's not a you can or you may. That's kind of hard. I mean, because you're incentivizing playing him, because I put him out there, I'm gonna have to take 2 more turns to get back up and running. In the theme deck meta, not that big of a deal. Inside of regular play, really big deal to lose 2 energy on a turn with no way to accelerate it back. So you have 2 Suicunes. Cubchoo is our next evolution line. 70 HP, Chop for 10, Icicle for 30. Normal basic, nothing fancy to write home about, no abilities. And then Beartic is a beefy boy though, 140. You do get Slash 440 for 2 energy. And then Frozen Slicer, here's that big attack, 3 energy, not bad. Unlike the fighting deck which required 4, this one so far has only needed 3 for the most part. But it does do 50 damage to itself. So again, that's that penalty you get for having such a high attack move. And you do get 2 Beartics. And finally, the star of the show is our Galarian Darmanitan line. The base form, of course, is 70 HP, Tackle for 10, Headbutt for 20, Retreat cost of 1. I mean, it is a metal weakness, meaning you're not going to want to go up against the Zacian and Zamazenta decks, but that's most of this line because it's ice. And so you do have 3 of those. And then the first Darmanitan you get is the Fire Darmanitan. So this is really nice. It gives you another typing besides water. So you have water, you have colorless. This now gives you a fire typing. You only have 1, but the nice thing is when they did his energy, he only needs water energy. They didn't make it a requirement to need fire energy, and that's very rare that they do that. But Headbutt does 40, and then Frozen Heat 110 plus. You may discard all water energy from this Pokemon. If you do, it does 60 more damage. So basically, for the cost of the 2 waters, which we're going to have 3 because they didn't give us any colorless water, of course, or colorless energy, like a draw energy or a twin energy, we are going to do 170 damage. Same thing though, we're discarding all this energy. I don't know how we're going to get it back onto our Pokemon. I guess the ones that say it discards back to the bench, it's going to be your only option. And then, of course, the Prism Foil Darmanitan, so same 140 hit points. Blizzard does 80 for 3 energy. This attack also does 10 damage to each of your opponent's bench. That's really nice. You get out there and run that a couple times, you start putting some damage on the bench real quick. And then Crushing Headbutt is the first one that needs 4 energy that we've seen. It does 170, which is more than any of the other attackers in this deck. But during your next turn, this Pokemon cannot use Crushing Headbutt. So in the Sirfetch'd deck, we did see that, of course, you couldn't attack until you retreated. This one, you just can't attack during that next turn. However, if you retreat and then become active again, that does reset that ability. So a double switch or a Bird Keeper in a switch will allow you to then use that 2 times in a row. And then you do have 2 of those. With that said, guys, that is both of the new theme decks. Like I said, we will have some gameplay footage that we do on Twitch Live. So that will be uploaded to YouTube. Make sure you hit that subscribe and bell notification to see those videos. If you have any suggestions about these decks, I am going to think about doing some deck building how-to beginners guides like I did with the Zacian and Zamazenta. If you have any ideas for that, please let me know. But I definitely know I'm going to build a fighting deck. So again, guys, until next time, peace.